live. Oh, hang on. AirPods. Cock up, cock up. What a surprise. Now, where are my AirPods? On the floor. Where else would you expect them to be? I am here. No, it looks a bit done. Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Classic start. A classic commencement from the Beatty household. Bit of a cock up. Oh, hang on. Let me just get that little bugger. Have I got it in the right ear? I'm never sure with these. I've got them in the ear, actually. But I think I have. Hello. Hi, Dee. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Anne. Hi, Sue. Happy Christmas, lovely. You know, I know some of you will have a normal Christmas and be busy. Lucky old you. But for those of us that haven't, we can be together for a bit, can't we? And have a nice time. Hi, Maria. Hi, Jill. Happy Christmas. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Linda. Oh, it's lovely to see you. This is all a bit... You're getting my library behind me. I'll tip it in a minute. I daren't touch it at the moment, having had the fairly lively morning. Hi, Kath. Lovely to see you. That's better, isn't it? That's better. I've no idea where the camera is on this, so I just do my best. Hi, Deirdre. You'll be popping in and out. That'll be because you're being a domestic goddess, will it, Jill? Just popping in and out, doing bits, tattooing up the sprouts and all that sort of stuff. I have got your beautiful... piece that you stitched here as an example here, Jill, of what we're going to be doing. So we'll be showing that in a minute. Just do the happy Christmas. Is that my right ear? I think it is my right ear, isn't it? Happy Christmas, Beth. Hi, Lars. Hi, Gina. Happy Christmas. Yes, happy Christmas to you all over in Oz. It's nearly over there, isn't it? We're just starting here. Hi, Sue. Hi, Liz. Happy Christmas, and happy Christmas to Dory as well there, Liz. Hi, Gail. Hi, Christine. Happy Christmas. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice, even for those of you that are off to do domesticated things, that you can stop in and say happy Christmas to people who are definitely, well, certainly for me, a big part of my life, a very big part of my life. So it's lovely. And here... Well, it's beautiful sunshine here. It's a lovely sunny day. I think in the north you have some snow, so that's lovely. Hi, Alison. Happy Christmas. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, let me drink some coffee. Hi, Rachel. Happy Christmas. All right. You see, I just can't follow all the lockdown things. But anyway, that's lovely, Rachel. I'm glad you've got company. Happy Christmas, Lynn. Hubby is cooking. Yes. Well, mine isn't, but we don't eat it till later anyway. And I actually managed to find a 2-person size turkey, which was quite nice, because normally, if there's just the 2 of us, we don't even bother that much. You can see I'm looking festive. I was going to put my antlers on, but I can't find them. And then I thought I'll put my Santa hat on, and I can't find them. Exactly, Debbie. Oh, the Wombles. Now, I could have found... whoa, well, you know, later I may have a wombling. Hi, Gillian. Happy Christmas. Hi, Linda. Hi, Yvonne. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Oh, no. Linda, Midlands. There's been loads of water here. We saw some photos yesterday of... flooding in Newport Centre. I don't think I've ever seen flooding in Newport Centre. Happy Christmas, Judith. Yes. Right. Okay, Rachel. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And these, you can have these, but I don't really understand about the bubble. There's nobody in Wales, actually, who I know well enough to be in a bubble with. That's the sad fact. That just shows how busy I've been working for 5 years. Hi, Sue. Happy Christmas. So it hasn't been that relevant. Slurp of coffee. I've got the tea ready to go. The boys are all off on an egg in a minute. An egg being a family term for a walk. Hi, Veronica. Happy Christmas. You are very, very welcome, and thank you for yours. Thank you for some beautiful handmade cards I've had. Very, very, very impressive. Some really, really nice ones. I'll have to take some photos of them all and put them up. And I've got some presents to open later as well, which is exciting things too. So thank you very much for It does mean a lot to me. Gosh, I look on a funny angle, don't I? I don't know. I keep watching other people's videos and trying to work out what angles they've got things hanging at. It's when I'm on my exercise bike, which I have to do now because I can't walk very far. Well, not more than 5 minutes. So I've got the exercise bike and I sit on that's fine. It's keeping me fit and strong. But I have to do something because I'm so bored. Happy Christmas, Heather. Happy Christmas, Auntie Martin. Happy Christmas, Deb. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. So I watch other people's videos. I've never watched other people's videos before because I've always just thought, I don't really want to know what they're doing. I'm so self-absorbed, I don't care. So I sit and watch them and it's great because I sit and shout at them and then I try and work out camera angles as well. I watched one yesterday, you know, it was so fucking miserable. I thought, why turn on your camera if you're that miserable? It was more like a suicide video. Looking good to me. Excellent. Excellent. This is good. This is good. I don't suppose you're seeing your mama you had this Christmas. Can't see how that would be working. I may be wrong because the Ramsdens can certainly mix it up and confuse me. Hopefully Anna will be here somewhere. My new MIP, a new MIP for the new year, and new MIPs. It's less than 2 weeks, isn't it? What day is it today? Does anybody know? It's Friday. I know it's Christmas Day. It's Friday. So yeah, less than 2 weeks. Hi Sue, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, well, I just think it's a nice thing to do, to be honest. You know, this is a community that certainly I feel very much part of, and that's the people I would like to spend some time with on Christmas Day. Hi Sigrid. Hi Annette. Yippee. I'm sure that means Happy Christmas. And I am aware that for a lot of people that they're on their own this year when they don't want to be and wouldn't normally be. MIP starts on Wednesday the 6th, and I actually know that because it's the day I've got my MRI scan. So I will have to be talking to you about that. The scan's in the afternoon, but I think we'll have the stream in the morning to get you going, and then we'll have to work out some kind of kerfuffle around the afternoon. Yeah. Yes, if you can Zoom, that's fantastic. That's really good. Families that Zoom stay together. What was it, Jill? Alison's not there, is she? But Jill, Alison and I came up with a logo for Zoom, which was Zoom, talk to people you don't live with, which is the case, isn't it? You know, you love the people you live with, but gosh, we've seen a lot of them over this last year. So yeah, I am aware a lot of people are on their own, and that's just fucking miserable at Christmas, isn't it? So this is a nice thing to do, and to be honest, there's very little in life I like better than a bit of printing, particularly with my new blocks. Great stuff, thank you, Annette. I mean, it's just one of those things. When it arrived, I thought, I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. It had to be on the new MIPS as well, not on one of my previous MIPS groups. And I thought, it's my new MIPS. And I thought, I daren't cancel it and ask for another date because... Oh, the requirements list for MIP. I'll resend it out. And actually, Monica had contacted me and asked about a more detailed one as well. So I will do that. I'll do that for you girls. I'll get that sent out. Don't worry. And once we've got your group open, which we will get open in the next week, I can put things in there for you. I can put files and things in there for you. Merry Christmas, Jackie. Yeah. Yes, the new MIPS, so there'll be 3 years of MIPS in the common room now. That'll be really good fun. That'll be really nice, actually. It'll be like when you used to go to school and there was people just in the years above you, wasn't it? Especially if it was your brother or sister. Yeah, it'd be nice because they'll all be you new MIPS will go through the same phases of sheer shock and panic and then joy and all those sorts of things. So yes, and then the next stream, so I think we've got I think January's first Saturday stream is probably about the 2nd of January, actually. It's probably about the 2nd of January, and then all the MIPs start the following week. So we've lots and lots to look forward to. 2021, quite frankly, could only be a better year than 2020, can't it? It can't really go much more buggered up than it has been. Look at the pot ceiling. Okay, Annette, somebody should be cooking my dinner here, really. This would be very nice. Mind you, I have to say, and this is comfort for anybody who isn't a domestic goddess, I've got a nice turkey, a nice free-range organic boy, but only, it's probably about, it'll do a couple of days for two of us. I'm really happy with him. And then I've got pre-prepared roast potatoes in goose fat. And I've got, just parsnips and carrots to roast and sprouts to go in the thing, packet of stuffing, a pre-made Christmas pudding, and a carton of brandy cream. And that's as domestic as I'm getting. Yes, they're old MIPS. Yes, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. You Debbies and Debs. Yes, exactly. And that's the thing to go into the common room for, isn't it? Is to so that you can reassure them. Because there is a time when you start anything new, when you just feel this major level of panic of oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, because it's new. So that's the time to go to the old MIPS and say, did you feel like this? And they'll all say, yes, yes, we did. And we're fine now. We just take no notice of her now. Fraser, Christine, you are less the what can we call the mature MIPS? No, that's even worse, isn't it? That just sounds like some horrible euphemism. Aged MIPS? No, experienced MIPS. That's a nice thing to call you, isn't it? Experienced MIPS. So whether it's MIPS or weekly streams, we're going to have a lovely 2021. I'm determined, not having another year like last year. And we're going to start it off right here and now with a nice Christmas day. Yes, you are, Anne. I hope you're better behaved than your aunt. That's all I can say. I just hope you're better behaved than your aunt. Lots of you are new MIPS. Lots of you are new MIPS. We've got a lovely class for the new MIPS. Very much looking forward to that. I love all the MIPS and I love the weekly streams. I love whichever one I'm doing at the time. That's the truth. I just love whichever one. Oh, yes, do, Heather, and we can all go and order them. straight away, we can all go and order them. What did I get myself for Christmas? I got myself something and I can't remember what it was. It wasn't the iPad. That's work. As far as I'm concerned, I love people saying, is that a Christmas present? No, somebody gave me something like an iPad for Christmas. I'd give it back to them. Last thing I want is new technology. What did I get myself for Christmas? And I said to Stephen, I ordered my... Oh, I know what it was. It was some fabulous art DVDs from America. I ordered those. So I will tell you what those are like. But that's my secret pleasure of an evening, if I'm ever on my own, is to Merry Christmas, Kit. Happy Christmas to you. Lovely to see you. Very nice to see you. Oh, yes, Heather, I'm all excited about the ideas of books for collage material. I mean, I've been tidying up the studio a little. You see those, oh, you can look, where the kettles and things are. That's a whole new stack of IKEA drawers. I've changed the unit there. For those that have been here, well, though there used to be a white shelved unit there, well, those are IKEA drawers, 3 sets of them, for sorting papers and things out. And I keep coming across, little scratty bits of paper, and I think, whoa, oh, that's going to, that's too precious to get rid of. I can't bear it. Oh, a Fitbit watch. Good for you, Gina. I mean, I've got my exercise bike. It does that for me, and actually, it's really good, my exercise bike. It tells me calories, which is pretty motivating, how far I've gone. What else does it tell me? How fast I'm cycling. And it's also got, I haven't used them yet, but it's got hand bits on it, so I can do, big pumping exercises and get myself a bit of a strong girl, which is good, because that's what I need to be, big, strong girl. I love a Merry What's It. I wish I'd been able to find my Christmas hats. Did you girls steal them last year when you were here, Rachel and Yvonne? Last year we were here playing, weren't we? Well, not on Christmas Day we weren't, but we were definitely playing over Christmas. Now, hang on, what was that? That was a bit of a shadow going over the moon there. Of me on the exercise bike, or doing my arms, yes, I could do health and fitness videos, couldn't I? Yes, I could. Yes, I'll still be there streaming. Oh, Scotch, I like that. Old Kit. I love your cooking kit. It's always preceded by a bit of the spirits. Fantastic. These are really good, actually, Leslie. Do you know, I was when these were Stephen's, which have now been taken by me, so he's having some more. Merry Christmas, Bonnie. Oh, Merry Christmas over in New Zealand. Now, yes, we have got Denmark on as well. I think, you know, I sort of feel I live in many countries now. Yeah, these things, I just thought, oh, why would you want AirPods, really? You know, they're brilliant, actually. They are really good because you can just shovel it in, and yes, you can walk around with them. So I couldn't really understand what he meant to begin with, and I still don't really understand. I just know I can stick that in. So when I'm on my bike, I can actually... Classic. I can sit and dictate emails, which is great, so I can multitask, which also makes it less boring, because otherwise sitting on a stationary exercise bike would be so boring, wouldn't it? It's the early hours of Boxing Day. Oh, is it? Of course, you're even further ahead, aren't you? Yes, it will be. Gina, yes. I think Australia will just be in the last hours of Christmas Day, and you're into the early hours of Boxing Day. Canada, I don't know if Sabina's here, will be 12. No, Sabina might not be up yet, but she might join later. It'll be 7 a.m. in Canada. I have got somewhere. I've still got first year of online bits. I bought one of those clocks where you have three. It's got 3 clock faces on, and I thought, oh, I'll do one for UK. I'll do one for, and I know Denmark is either an hour ahead or an hour behind, so that's close enough. I'm all right with that. And I thought I'll do one for Australia, and I'll do one for, and it covers the United States and Canada, and I've still not sent them. Oh, that's a good statement, Jan. I like that. Yes, yes. Here we are, the gang at Christmas. What was I going to say? I don't know. I was going to finish my bit of coffee. Let me show you this, because this is what we're going to do. Is something like this, only with beachy things. This is one that Jill has stitched. This is a hanging done with the asters. So you can see I've started with at the top. I'll tilt the camera when I'm going to get going. Everyone is asleep. Absolutely, too right. It's like a midnight, well, for you it's a bit like a sort of midnight feast, isn't it? Grab some food and you're off. And Jill has stitched this in a wonderful collection of threads. So we've got some glittery ones. You're off. Have a nice walk, boys. I'm so jealous of them. That's the one bit, actually. I mean, obviously I mind not being able to walk, obviously. But not walking the dogs. And yet when I could walk the dogs, you know, you would always think, oh, flipping heck. It's beautiful, isn't it? I absolutely love this. So this is, well, let me get this right. The camera's actually not mirroring anymore, and I'm so used to it mirroring, I keep going the wrong way, but I'll get used to it this way. It's better this way because you can actually read things. Let's put it there. Let's put it there. So it's, no, this was one, I've printed lots of these that shows demonstrating the blocks, and they're often a way that I start off printing the blocks. Let me tip you actually, because you can still see me with quite a bit more table in there. Oh heck, oh heck. Oh, hang on, I'm just going to go and move the we'll just move. Don't worry, you're not going anywhere. I'm just unplugging you for a nanosecond and plugging you back in, because there's a big stretch on the cable there and I can see it falling off the table. I can see everything piling forward if we're not careful. That's better. So I can still see your comments there, but you can see a bit more of this gorgeous thing. It's fabulous, isn't it? Has somebody got pot? Yeah. Thought so. Of course he does. Of course he does. So this has been printed with the set of blocks, and then Jill has stitched into it. Some in some, I think she's used, this looks a bit like, some are metallic, some look like that rayon thread. It's got a sheen, but not, those asters look sheeny, but not metallic-y. We've definitely got some metallics here. And then some beautiful matte boys, and then mixtures. It's really, really beautifully done. And colour washed down in blue, so that's worked really well, and that's the only complete one I have because mine are still works in progress. This is what, no, hang on, oh crikey, messages and things coming through. That's the trouble with having a phone and an iPad. We'll get those later. This one, strange colours, but I think they're quite kind of beach. Sort of beachy. So this one is done with the pebbles and the seaweeds. I love that line of seaweeds there in multicolours. Lots of different coloured pebbles on this one. So this one was like a sort of shoreline one. Those ones there are some little small, yeah, you can't see those. I need to bring those up some more. You can see those ones better, look. So that one's got lots of different colours in as well. So that one actually, when I look at the back of it, that is very nearly finished, isn't it? There's just this top edge here that I haven't finished yet. And I'm hoping to get more time stitching, really. And then I have another one here mounted up that I've started stitching. This is a huge one. It's, let me put it there to there. I mean, it's probably 1, 2, 3. It's about 5 foot long, this one. And again, it colour washes from pale greens and blues through mid greens and blues down into darker greens and blues. And this one has a mixture of some of the grassy weed ones, but it's basically highlighting some of these lovely pot blocks. So there's the Juncus pot there. And have I stitched any more pots on this? I've done all the background and not a lot of foreground yet. Oh, I've stitched some of those troughs, the grass troughs, they're stitched there, and I've stitched a fair bit of the background. I just need to get into some more foreground in this. But the thing is, you've got a lovely line of stuff to follow, and these are so nice to print with. They really print with. Come on, Hilary, focus. These are so nice to stitch into, because look at those lovely weeds there. That's that block that I'm forever saying, if you haven't got this block, you should have this block. It's just so useful. I use it over and over, and on this one I've done the whole of the background. Oh, I have got grey in the bobbin, good. So you can see just in a fabulous wonky grid of invisible thread, so it doesn't show, but it's sort of stabilised it all. And these I just think will be beautiful stitched up and hung. I actually think for once probably long soft hangings. Hello Dorothy, happy Christmas, happy Christmas. And then I've got various other ones. I mean, this one's, I don't know why I half dyed this actually. This one's another long one where, so it goes from down here, and this one's in, this is actually the sort of colours I'm probably going to use today. So sort of oranges and blues, sort of quite beachy colours, maybe not the green ones so much, and maybe bring more coral sand and pale ones into here. But this is one with all the leaf blocks on, and again, this must be about 6 foot, I think. 1, 2, 3, about 5 foot these. And this, for some reason, I've dyed half of it, but not the top. But it does mean, because you can see how it's going to, how it starts off looking. Which you could keep it white, you know, a set with white backgrounds could look very, very beautiful as well. So that one's got all the leaf blocks on it. It's just a nice way of trying out the blocks. This is another one. Oh no, this is, oh God, that's cute. This is cactus. This is some of the cacti blocks. That's gorgeous colours, isn't it? I really like those colours. I mean, that would just, that's going to be lovely stitched and on the wall. I can't get it all in the camera. I don't know why not. I'll stop fussing about it. Could have been D. The red on here, Christine. Let's have a look. I've got coral sand. I think it will be poppy. I suspect poppy, although I love Merlot. But looking at these are an orangey red. It's a very warm red. And if I'm working with coral sand, I often use poppy. So I'll often work coral sand, burnt orange, and then through into poppy, and then down into sienna and burgundy. I suspect that's down here where there's that little aloe. Isn't that beautiful? And the horse chestnut keys. Horse chestnut keys. Sycamore keys. I'll be calling them mistletoe, having called the mistletoe honeysuckle. Maybe I'll pop in with honeysuckle. Anyway, just go for what I mean rather than what I'm actually saying. Dog's paws, those mouse ears, they're fabulous, aren't they? I absolutely love that cacti. I just love that mouse ears. I even love its names, but yes, we could call it the dog's paw cactus. There's the one that looks like Christmas baubles. That's the bottle cactus. and again down there. But down here, I just love this combination of burgundy and turquoise blue. It's probably robin. Oh no, that's turquoise. Turquoise, robin eggs, and something mixtures of turquoise and robin eggs, I think, going on there, and lime green against burgundy. That's just a glorious, glorious colour. It's a nice red, is poppy. It's not a deep red. It's not like the rich reds are blood red, which needs to be renamed because nobody likes the name, but it really is that gorgeous, gosh, I sound like some kind of cannibal, a rich blood red colour. And Merlot is an even deeper winey red, not really winey, but on that side, a bluey red. This is a very warm, bright red. It's a lovely, lovely colour. Actually, I love that. Might stitch that one next. Who knows? I've got loads to go at, girls. I'm not short of choices. Here's another cacti one. You see how much I like doing this? This is a cacti one in blues, you see, and these two will hang nicely together because I've got a bluey one and I've got an orangey one. And then, you know, the same things, but they look so different. That's a very similar, I think, colour of print of the aloe down there, but it looks so different against the blue background. Merlot's gorgeous. It is a really, 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 well, Merlot's gorgeous as well, but, you know, the paint, not the paint, the dye, it is an absolutely delicious colour. It's a lovely red. So that's it. There's the dog's paw again. And there's old dog's paw. And these are really nice to stitch, these cacti, because like here, when I get to stitch on this little mousy boy, he's got all these little prickles on, which are great fun to do either if you're a hand stitcher. I mean, something like this, if you're a hand stitcher, that's a joy. You know, you've got several months of, sorry about the creases, you know, get that backed up with some felt to stabilise it, and you could have a ball hand stitch. In fact, I should do one like that and sit and hand stitch in the evening as an example, because I haven't hand stitched for far too long. And these would be lovely, you know, if you've ever done crewel work when you choose stitches. I think, well, here, you know, you could edge them in stem stitch, and then you could have little French knots with tassels left hanging off the top. I think that'd be really, really, really good fun. Yeah, exactly, Maria. That's my problem. That's my problem. I just love every colour going. And then I often use, well, we'll have a look at, but using these little weeds and grassy ones in the background. There's another cacti one. Oh, that isn't one of these at all, but it's rather gorgeous, isn't it? Creased, but look at the colours on this badger. Wow. That's beautiful. So this is done with the 2 rose stencils. This is nothing to do with today, but it just seems to have popped itself. I think I thought this was, there is a pink one somewhere. It's just not this one. But I'm looking at that. That is fig dye. Is that lush? That is fig. I would say that's fig, magenta and red currant on there. And what a glorious, in fact, it could just be the 2. It could just be fig and either red or black currant. But that's made a most beautiful, beautiful. Love some of the areas on here. And you've got these glorious contrasts of turquoises and limes against the pinks and purples. It's fabulous, isn't it? God, I love colour. I just love colour. Colour's just, you know, if I'm feeling down or sad or any of that boldy dashy stuff, I just feel really, really happy when I look at colour. That strip there in that deep fig and here, beautiful. That needs something doing with it. It just needs several lives. That's the problem. Oh, look, another. Oh no, that's the one I showed you, wasn't it? Only half dyed. Is that the one I showed you? I think it must be. I haven't got 2 only half dyed. Another one. This one is pots and leaves. Oh, this was gorgeous. I think this might have been one of the first ones I did. Good lush. Okay, that's got to be Bristol words. This is another long one, and I remember, I think this was done the first time Jill and I were at Text Show, I believe. And this one is the leaves. and they were new blocks. They just arrived just before the show, as blocks always do arrive just before shows. So these had just arrived before the show, so I tried them out on a long hanging, and I love this one. And this one again goes from, let's do the colours. So we've got coral sand at the top here. How long is this one? I would say about the same. 1, 2, 3, 5 foot again. Obviously 5 foot is a length. My guess is that was the size of the piece of fabric. Actually, fabric width salvage to salvage, it is, because my fabric is 150 wide. So that's why they're all like that. These are all salvage to salvage. So we've got coral sand. Ooh. Well, I would actually say this is Merlot red. It's not as bright. Where's that poppy one? Where's the poppy? Let me show you the difference. Okay. Yep, you can see the difference here between Merlot red and poppy red. So poppy red, when you see them like that, you can really clearly see poppy is a very orangey red, and the Merlot is a blue red. So it's round on the blue, so it goes to the blue cool side of the colour wheel. So this one I've done coral sand and then blended that into Merlot, which also looks flipping yummy. Merlot going down into deep Merlot, and then I can see this is burgundy, burgundy back into Merlot, burgundy, more Merlot, strip of sienna, sienna and burgundy. And then I would say I've bobbed fig in, and I've finished with black at the bottom. So that was pretty flipping exciting too. And just quickly whipping through the rest of these, because I've got lots of them. I've got lots and lots of them. They're just so nice to do. Which way round does this one go? I don't know. More leaves, but that sort of black and grey background with shimmers on the top, which I think looks gorgeous. It'll be hard for you to see the shimmer on here, but it is, those are the shimmer paints. This I think could all be the same show when these leaves were all new blocks. I think we're talking Merlot, aren't we? I think you've gone off on a Merlot jag. Oh, another, look, here's another weedy one. Here's another weedy one. That's rather cute as well. Different weedy colours, but pebbles and seaweeds on here. So this has gone from, oh, I'm not sure about that light at the top. You see, that one's blending with stitch for my mind. This is a shorter one. These are about 2.5 foot. So probably ripped the fabric down the middle. It's quite predictable where they are. But we've got all the seaweeds, I think all 6 seaweeds on here, and some pebbles as well. I think it's actually probably just that strip there that I think it just looks a bit washed out, but maybe I can change that with the undo darring. Have a go. Go be a domestic goddess, Dee. Go be a domestic goddess. This one is a sort of sister one to the one that Still's done in the Asters, and I think done at much the same time. This one is the Echinacea blocks. Just let me move you. Oh, I don't like moving this thing. I'm always worried I'm going to turn it over. There we are. So we get that there. I think it's easier to move me actually the wrong way. That's better. So this one has all the Echinaceas running down and done in a collection of beautiful pinks, purples, right through to, I think, fig and black down in those bottom bits. That looks like damson. That very bluey purple is a damson-y colour. This looks like blackcurrant. Actually, these are good for colours, aren't they? If you look on the back of that, you can see a nice run of the purple colours. Purples and pinks running from, I think, probably blackcurrant, magenta, through magenta, red currant, blackcurrant, darker. So I seem to remember when I did this, I lightened them. So the lighter versions and the darker versions, that gorgeous bluey purple will be damson, and then into black at the bottom. Gorgeous. Oh, I want to stitch them all now. But then you see, I'm about to print another one. This was another dark one. These were the pods when those first arrived. Turn that the other way up. This was, again, extra show. Because so often I get new blocks and they just arrive before a show, and so I end up printing with them. But how beautiful is that? I mean, it's just glorious, isn't it? Some really lovely, lovely, lovely pod prints on there. One day, you imagine if I stitch all these up, my house will just be covered in them. And this looks like, oh, pomegranates, yeah. There's the poms, trying out the pomegranates, same thing. And I do, obviously, I like doing this colour wash down the fabric, don't I? That's how I like to over dye them. So we've got, coming from the blues, this looks like at the top, I'm not sure. I think it's paled out cornflower by the look of the thing, because I hadn't made bluebell. I'd say bluebell, but it isn't, because I hadn't made bluebell when I did this. And then Robin Eggs turquoise, and then coming in and getting through into a deeper sort of cornflower. And then this looks like indigo, 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 blue, black, and black. I love that bit at the bottom, actually. I've obviously had the new pattern blocks in. Can you see at the bottom there where I've just used, it says Peace. I don't know why you'd have Peace and Pomegranates. Well, there's the name of this piece, Peace and Pomegranates. I think it looks really nice in there. And I've just seen this one here. I've used a pattern block across there and printed on top. I'll stop in a minute. Oh, mushrooms. I didn't know I'd done a mushroom one. I thought we had a, oh, look at that. Not fab. That looks like, that does look like some sort of botanical chart, doesn't it? Wowza, and done. I've started even there. I've got mid blue through to black at the bottom, which is just glorious, glorious. Oh, this would be another, the shrooms, the mushrooms would be another one that would be joyous to hand stitch. French knots in here, and these ones, which are the ink caps, the shaggy ink caps, where it's rotting. You could do Y stitch and things in there. That might be a really nice one to do by hand stitch. How exciting. Get myself excited, and that's what I like to do. Just get a bit of excitement running around. And then this one, last but not least. Oh, this is much bigger and wide. Oh, I remember this. I remember this one, definitely Exeter. It's really leached out at the top. When I'm demonstrating and putting dye on, we know that dye looks so much darker when it's wet, so often I wet it out so that it doesn't look quite as dark, and when it actually rinses out it's too light. I will probably, I don't know, actually I quite like the run, the grey to the black. It's rather gorgeous, isn't it? Well, this is again playing with the lovely pod stamps and pod blocks. So that's my idea of what I would like to do, and I've got an outrageously large selection of shell locks here to do it with, so let's have a look at the blocks. You can see there is shockingly too many of these that I haven't even had out to play with yet. There's my seaweeds, you know, I've got my trusty, actually one of them's missing. I think that's because I've just washed it. Should be back over here, or is it over there drying? Oh, it might be over there drying. I might just have to go and get that, because I don't think I can be without it. I'll go and get it while it's on my mind now. I'll have a slurp of tea first. 10 seconds, girls. 10 seconds. Well, possibly a little more than 10 seconds, but not much. It's there. Now let's just check. Oh yes, a spiral. Retro trees. What about we need? Another spiral. A feather. Oh, there's loads here that we need, girls. We don't need the blue poppies at this particular juncture. We might need barren grass. They could be quite useful. Oh, crikey. We're going to print up a storm. I'll basically keep going till the Queen's going to be on, at which point I feel it's only polite to get out of the way those beautiful berry blocks. So I have got more blocks on order. Just a few more that I needed. This was the one, you see, this one. Where is it? This one. Oh, it's just been, it probably needs re-oiling now. I have used that. That one. I've got various slightly different sizes of them, but they're so useful for, completely lost it now. That one, that one. I'm not sure whether it's that one, to be honest, or that one. I think it's that one actually. I think that might be a pine branch. I think that one, and that one. Yeah. Just so useful, filling in around just about anything actually. So we'll keep those and that one as fillers. So I'm going to put fillers over here. Let me just get my table. If I come back a bit now. I come back a little bit. You can see more. Yay. Clever. So I've got those as fillers, and then I've got just a really nice collection. I've got these are the big fossil ones, which obviously are Nautiluses. And I've picked those up just because they're big, and I've kind of got an idea in my mind that I might, rather than I probably will do a long hanging, but I might also do some smaller pieces for those that don't want to print and stitch a great long piece. Some smaller pieces that could then be pieced and added together, and I thought something like this could be nice to do the joining pieces. Ditto with this one, which is an absolutely beautiful, where is its positive? This is one of the weeds, and it prints beautifully, absolutely beautifully. And then there's just, so we've got loads and loads of these. I've just not had a chance to try any of these out. I think I can't remember which sets they are, but I'm just desperate to have a go. It's awful having toys that I haven't played with. Now I'm just seeing where you can see too. Come back a little bit further. Whoops, hang on, we're going to look. Oh, we're losing something. Oh, no, we'll let it get lost. I think that's okay. You can see to the edge of the table now, I think. I may have to strain my eyes a bit now to see what you're saying, but I can do that. There's the other one of that. A lot of these shells are in positives and negatives. When I do sets, they're either a positive and a negative like this, that work together as a double print, or you can print them separately to make patterns, or you might get a positive and a negative like this one, where the positive sits inside a squared off negative to give you a kind of, those can be quite nice to make long lines of pattern. That one's like, this set is like that as well. I have used this one, and very nice they are too. I used these for some Christmas wrapping paper and they looked beautiful. So that's another lot where must be a middle for that somewhere, and it's big. They're big stamps, these. Oh heck girls. That's one of my favourite shells. We can't start without that. Where is it? Well, let's move others. It's probably here. I'm probably looking at it. You're probably all shouting, it's there, it's there, it's there. This is another nice positive and negative of a weed, which again, might use in a line, might use background. Morning, happy Christmas. I didn't think I'd be able to see comments so well from this distance. Late joining, oh, how nice. Pop in and out. I think most of you will be popping in and out. I'm just going to sit here and print because it's nice. Look, there's that goes with that. I'm just checking my sets, girls, because I just picked these up. That's 2 more spirals. There's 1 or 2 bits not here, aren't there? I don't think that is. Those are marram grass, but I've picked them up because I actually think they're quite seaweedy. So I'm going to put those over there with backgrounds and interfillers. And I've also picked up the beech feather, which I think will look nice. I seem to have picked up a couple of birch trees, but I'm sure it's the same reason, because I think those could stand and look quite like seaweeds. You know, I haven't picked up the big seaweeds. Oh, I'll just have to come back another day. These are a weed, so they're going to be nice fillers in between. So all these are going over this side. That's just so cute actually. I may well use that as a feature on its own. So if they're not a positive and negative, I tend to make two different sized ones, and often facing different ways. So that's 2 different sized little weeds, and one face is left, one face is right, and that gives you lots of opportunities. Merry Christmas, have a lovely time, don't apologise. Don't apologise, go and enjoy your days. That's lovely. Right, definitely missing, there's my big shell. So that's those ones, we've got those. And that's the spirals, 2 spirals. There's negatives for those. There's the negative for that one. And there's the negative for that one. Do you know, I'm not doing that badly here, actually. So I'm putting those over there. And I've also picked up this washed beech feather. Well, it's called washed feather. I didn't put beech in because I thought it would get it confused with beech feather. And as I'm very unimaginative with names, I do confuse things with my names. I've now got weeds and seaweeds. So I'm going to put... There won't be any logic. They've started off with a logic, but it won't stay that way. So I'm going to start off by just getting some colours and a nice long piece of fabric. Now this one looks to me like this is a 5-footer. We can tell now. Is it salvage? Yes. It's wrinkled because I've had it soaking in soda solution, which means that when I add dye, it will be permanent. So that's been pre-soaked for about 15 minutes. I think it actually got 30 minutes in a soda solution. I use it in quite a big bucket. So I do 9 tablespoons in a gallon, 9 teaspoons in a litre. So that's all ready to go. I don't know how, I've never had to print, I've never printed, I'm not used to printing sitting down. So I'm just going to see whether I can print something like this. I might just get myself a foamy mat. Well, let's see if I need it. I might need it because I can't put the same amount of weight on something here as I can when I'm standing up. But I won't be able to stand up for long enough to print this. So let's just see how this goes. And let's start. I quite like having something really pretty, but not too big at the top. So, oh, crikey, I'm spoiled for choice here. Not too small, but not too big. I kind of like working the sizes up as I come down. Hi, Margaret. Happy Christmas. Oh, you're welcome. Happy Christmas, Margaret. Hello, big boy. You here to say happy Crimbo to everyone? Oh, happy Crimbo. Happy Crimbo. Santa Claus has bought us lots of toys. Lots of teddies and toys. We've opened some already. I've got a chicken coop with chickens in. That's exciting. Yeah, we've been ripping those around this morning. Can't wait. Can you need Mum to finish this string? There's more to go. So I'm going to choose some colours. I'm going to go with nice beachy shell colours, I think. Let me get my paints nearby. They were nearby, then I moved the bloody tables into... Oh, look. Hang on. I'm just going to go move this lot because they're going to annoy me. Let's get this lot out of the way. That's a big pile of lovely vintage wallpapers and fabrics. That's not what we want today. I'm there. Oh, heck. What was that? Oh, okay. There. That's better. Good boy. Good boy, Sunday. Okay. So, flipping it. I haven't got paints. Well, I've got paints. I haven't got paint trays and rollers. Bear with a nanosecond. I have got paint trays and rollers. I just haven't actually brought them. Right. Let's get plenty of rollers. So 6. Mess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Some heads. 1, 2. Let's find some there actually. 3. 4. In. Right, that looks good. And some shreds. Okay. I'm so sure I was well prepared. Oh, good. You're going to be under here, are you, Dylan? I love it when Dylan's under the table. It's supremely uncomfy because Noel says he's going to sit down. Don't knock the tripod over. Good boy. Okay, he's sitting just down there. Paws crossed for the tripod. Oh, you lucky thing. Alison, how nice. Enjoy yourself. It's what we always it's what we've always done on Christmas Day before, but not today. Not today, but never mind. Right. So let's start with coral sand, shall we? I think coral sand, the old classic beach colours. And I may add some shimmers into these as well. But let's start with just there we go. Coral sand. Robin eggs. Let's start with these and we'll get some white as well. so I can lighten things. Oh, I might put a bit of, where's the white? There, okay. Here we go. Plenty of that out now. Then I'm going to put barrier cream on. Make it easy for me to get the pores clean later. Maria, the size. Is it that size for any reason? No, none whatsoever. That is just the width of the fabric. It's just the white cotton that I sell, Maria, is 150 centimetres wide. So I've basically just ripped strips off the bolt, and so they are 150 centimetres wide, and I quite like that. You know, I think that's going to be, it's going to be a hanging with a lot of impact, isn't it? So I'm quite happy with that. But I could easily tear that in half and do two and a halves, or I could tear it into 5 1-footers, and I'll do that as well. Now, when I'm starting with a new block, I do normally just check what it does a little bit on some paper first, because it will always print more easily on paper. So let's start at the top with, do you know, that's the one. We haven't got the other half of that. That goes with that. And I really haven't got the other half of that. So I'll go and just look for the other half of that. I can't have, if I'm printing every new block I have, we can't be hello. How can I have missed that? I mean, how can I have missed that? Oh, there's that. Oh, well, I don't seem to have that. I wonder if my animals have been running around with that. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. I'm not going to spend long looking. No, it's not always. I was hoping I'd just pick it up in a tray, but I haven't. Okay, well, we'll use the bit I've got. There is another half to that, but I don't see. I'll just check it's not in with the fish, because I did pick up the fish. I don't think we will run out of. Oh, look, there's a bit of seaweed in there as well. I don't think we will run out of enthusiasm with the shells, but I did just pick up some fish as well. It's not in there. It's not on here. It's probably really obvious. It really gets me, because I know when I lose things, they're usually right in front of me. But never mind. So let's just have a little practice then with this one on here. See what it looks like. So I use my roller. Yeah, thanks, Hev. Very true. And we'll just see how this one prints. And the answer is absolutely beautifully. You know, I don't actually need to have a... it doesn't, and that's straight from starting point. I'm really impressed with that, because often when you start with them, they're a bit minxy to begin with, you know, they can be a little bit tricksy to deal with. Now then, what am I going to pale that off with plain white, or do I pale it off with something like sepia? Even lemon would make it more orangey. I think I'll pale it off with white. It's just too much complication. Hi Miriam, Merry Christmas. We're doing one of your favourite things, Miriam. We're printing. We're printing, as Dylan likes to call it, printing up a storm. His up a storm is his favourite expression. It basically means his favourite expression is cooking up a storm, which means cooking his dinner. But printing up a storm, so anything up a storm is good from Dylan. So this is a double block. So let's look at the other side. The other bit of, oh, I've done that maybe a bit too pale. Don't think you're going to see that. Let's put a bit more colour in that so you can actually see what that looks like. So this is the negative space of the above block. Now you can use it as a separate block. Let's print it darker so you can see it. So we could print it as a separate pattern like that. It still looks very beautiful and very shell-like. But if I do it with the lighter colour, let's just get that lightened off again. I can actually, well, I never can, but in theory, I can line it up on here. and you have a double print, middle one there, where we've got a double. So let's play with those on the fabric because they're working really nicely. I'll keep that piece of paper for trying things out on. I've no idea which set of shells this is, but it's a set of shells, and one where I actually have them all. I'm still irritated about that other one because it can't be far away. And I can tell it would be a really nice shell. Never mind. Stop fussing, Hilary. There's no point fussing about the one thing you haven't got when you've got hundreds here. Now, this is really annoying when this happens. I'm working on a flip chart pad, so it keeps everything clean. But sometimes it gets a wrinkle in it, like that. And when you've got things on top, you can't always sort it out. Right. Okay, off we go. That's not too bad. I feel I really should get out of the way for when Queenie's on. And actually, I'd quite like to listen to her. Poor old woman. I saw a great, a classic Facebook sort of one-off, wasn't a cartoon, but of the Queen. And it just said something like, well, where the fuck do I start? And I did think, I know it's a bit rude, but I just, she must feel a bit like that. Right, so I'm going to start in the middle. It's very creased. I'm not worried about that. If I wanted to iron it, I wonder if I should iron it so that you can actually see that you can iron it. Yeah, I'll do that because I know people worry about ironing soda-soaked fabric. So I'll iron this because, and also it will mean you can see the prints more easily, but I really wouldn't bother for myself normally. Let's find an iron. God, I need some new irons. My irons are, well, hard to say. They're all disgusting. We'll get the least disgusting of the mix. Out. And plug it in. I want my spray bottle from over. Right, I am not going past the tripod. That's it, I'm not. What we'll do is we'll find the other spray bottle, which does exist somewhere. Spray bottle, I am here, I haven't gone anywhere, girls. Oh, there we are. There we go. Right. So, this is soda-soaked fabric. I leave mine wrinkled because then I know that it's the soda-soaked fabric. I know if it's not wrinkly, then it's not soda-soaked. So, I am going to just flatten this out a bit via the medium of the iron. Now, the secret is don't have your iron on boiling hot. So I'm taking mine off linen and I'm going to start with it on sort of low cotton type. I'm going to give this a tiny bit of a spray just because it's very dry. That's all. I don't want to put loads because the last thing I want to do is dilute this soda, okay? So just let my iron heat up a bit. And just go steadily and be aware of that propensity for it to actually scald. If you're careful, it will iron poured all over the place. So I just go in gently, fairly fast, and keep my eye on it now. Just there, I'm just okay. You will see if it's going to start scalding. You will see. And it's not, I'm okay on this heat. It's doing okay. And if it does have a quick scald, let's do one so that you can see. So, if I hold this for quite a long time, okay, I'm not getting it at this heat. I can see it is slightly tinging it. I'm going to cover it up with dye, so it really doesn't matter. So it's actually perfectly possible to iron soda-soaked fabric. If I want it ironed, normally what I do is get it down when it's still just very slightly damp. It's a bit like linen because there's no fabric conditioner in this. It's just been soaked in the soda. And this is just nice, cheap, fairly low count cotton, which is exactly what I want. And it irons most easily, slightly damp, but I'm just gonna, let's just dampen off the rest of it, then that's that done. And just wallop that off. Oh, hang on, one bunny. Focus my eyes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I should have said, Jane. Yeah, it's the fixative for Procyon dye. And although I won't be today over dyeing this, I'm going to print these today. I will add dye over the top. So the ones we were looking at earlier, these ones, have prints in paint and then dye added over the top. And it just gives you a really nice, rich, deep looking cloth. But the Procyon needs a fixative. Thanks, Jill. Thanks, Jill. I can rely on my girls to give you the answers. Because, of course, I'm going to be totally distracted now by the choice of painting. So that's that ironed. Let's pop it. Get rid of the iron as well. Not well ironed, but enough. And as I say, I wouldn't normally bother, but just to show you that you can, because I know people do worry about it. So let's get in with this lovely shell I've got here. I should put all these back on the other side, then I'd have room for my paint trays. But that would pre-assume quite a large level of planning, wouldn't it? Not a thing I'm given to doing. So I'm just moving a few doodahs so I can, and what I want is to keep the cloth right in the middle for you. Okay. So I'm going to start at the top with this nice shell, what I have found. Let's have it. So if you start in the middle, I'm going to leave a little bit of space at the top because I don't quite know what I want to do at the top. But I'm going to start roughly in the middle, and that means I can kind of work it as we go across. And you see straight away, it's a lovely print. It's never as you need more paint on fabric than you do on paper. And I'm going to do, I like to vary things. So I'm going to just do a line of them. It's a better print. I would get a better print again if I put something soft under here, but this is fine for me. This is fine. I'm going to stitch into this. So, and that's giving me a really pretty print. Very nice. So I'm just going to keep alternating my block. When I say something soft, you can get any kind of foamy mat, really. A yoga mat's good, any kind of foam. Jelly plates, they're pretty good underneath for something soft. If I'm going to bother doing it, I normally would put down felt or wadding underneath my drop cloth. But this is fine because I know I'm going to stitch into this, so I know it's going to be okay. And that looks really pretty. So now we have to make the decision, do we or don't we put the middle in on that? Because it's rather lovely, just like that, isn't it? Really nice like that. So do we put its middle in, or don't we? I think we'll decide that later. We know we can, and middles do look pretty. They give you that two-dimensional effect. If I miss a question, somebody else is usually there to answer it. And if not, I do go back over the comments afterwards to just check if I've missed anything. Could be with a glass of Prosecco today, but you know. See, and I've printed off the edges. Now, I don't know whether I'll use those edges or not. They may get trimmed. It's probably not straight, knowing me. Could have marked it, but I'd be lying if I said I do things like that, because I don't. So let's just leave that there for the moment, and let's put, I fancy doing a line of just the middles actually, just in between. So I'm going to get another colour. And I think it is going to be, because I just love it so much, Robin Eggs Blue. Nice beachy colour. Let's get a roller. Bit dodgy doing it on the top of my fabric, but I'd be a liar if I... And that's why, because I've now got a nice little splat of Robin Eggs Blue. But I was just going to say I'd be a liar if I said I didn't do that normally, because I do. That's exactly what I do normally. Okay. Actually, I'm going to... Well... sort of, yeah, I fancy some little ones. So the same pattern, I think, would look quite nice just nestling in there. So this is its negative. And I think that looks really nice, doesn't it? That's a nice line of patterns. Now, I could do something like this and add, whoa, I've skidded on that one, and add add actual shells or weed or stuff like that to it as well. You know, that would be really nice. I mean, one of the joys of the beach, as far as I'm concerned, is the treasures that you can find on the beach. Oh, we've got Dylan and his new, I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be a skunk. It's very black and white. It's a very black and white looking sort of toy, but long and thin. Hard to define, but anyway, he likes it. He's carrying it around everywhere. That looks pretty. And as I say, I certainly could put, maybe we will. Maybe we'll lighten this blue just a tiny bit and put it in the middle of the other shells. Let's think about that as well. So I think making hangings like this is just a great way of trying out a new set of blocks. You don't even have to stitch it if you don't want to. You could just hang it up as it is. I think if I wasn't going to stitch it, I'd probably go into it a bit with pencils or crayons or something just to bring up the patterns a bit more. But I might do something like that because I've got so many. I probably need to. And you can see, looking at that now, my first line obviously aren't even because I've put them in between. Well, they're not even in between. That's not a very good in between. Really don't worry about that. It's all going to look fine. If you like to keep things... is that our Roz down there? Hi, Roz. Happy Christmas. I just don't worry about it because I never manage to keep things neat. And I still like the end result. If it's going to bother you, you could mark this up with gentle lines in either chalk or pencil so that you could actually position things better. Right, so this tray, I'm just adding, we'll move that out of the way this time, some white to get a lighter version of the robin legs. And I'm going to, let's blob that on there. So that's getting me a really nice creamy light. Whites and lights will always really show when you put the dye over. So just be aware of the power of them. They look gentle when you put them on. They're anything but when you print them. So let's try putting this middle now in the paler colour into these top ones. And I don't often hit, but that's because I'm not careful enough about it. Oh, that's pretty good for me, and you can see how pretty that double one looks. It looks really nice, doesn't it? That looks gorgeous. That was a good decision, girls. Well done. Well done, girls. Well done. So we'll just carry on and print the middle into here. That's good. Sorry, I'm just being nosy, just heard the phone ring. That's mine bleeping away. I can't see on that. Right. Let's that looks really nice. I'm liking that double. And of course, when I add dye over this, so I'm going to put coloured dye over the top, because my paint's very opaque. This is my own fabric paint. Well, it's not, it's Cetacolour opaque fabric paint, but I mix it into my own colours. It's a very opaque, very highly pigmented paint, and it will coat beautifully with having the dye added, and the dye will go down into some of these cracks in between. So where I'm slightly missing, which I always do with my double print, let's go about that way, into these gaps, the dye will go and it will look really beautiful. It will look really gorgeous. So let's keep going. Oh, hang on, I've done it in dark. I've done it in dark. That's not what we meant to do. Nice, but not what I meant. Okay, so light. We're doing light middles. Try and focus. That's because I was being nosy about the phone ringing, you see. I just get slightly distracted. Hang on, it wasn't Roz. Oh, yes, it was Roz. And there's Sue Marcos. Happy Christmas, happy Christmas, happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, everybody. Let's pop that in. And this, to me, is just a perfect way when I'm not happy of cheering myself up. It's colour and it's pattern, and it seems to me full of life. I'm thinking about patterns and things I can do, and it just, I don't know, just seems like a cheerful thing and makes me feel good. Now I think a line of something a bit different now. So we've got some lovely shells going across there. So I'm looking at my options. I feel like a line of weeds. A line of weeds would be nice now, I think. So it's just a case of which weeds, and I'd quite like, it's the shape really that I'm looking for, a kind of spread, a spreadiness, or no, yeah, a line. Oh, hang on, pebbles. I haven't got pebbles here. I'll have to get pebbles in a minute. Right. Oh, maybe could have a line of beach feathers. That's Steve's mum. It's Steve's mum. That's who it is. Happy Christmas, Sylvia. Right. I sort of have an image in my mind that I want, and you bugger, I can't find it. It's probably something that said, well, I'm on it. There's the thing. See, maybe I said this marron grass. You see, I think this. Now, this was actually, to be fair, this was on the beach. So I think this is fair enough. So I'm going to put some of this marron grass in. Now I need to make decisions now about where I want to go with my colours. Got this tray here. I could go into, I've got the coral sand on here. Now I could either go down, I haven't decided yet, so you can, I will make that decision. I like to make my decisions basically while I'm thinking about them. I could go into chocolatey brown, so the cinnamon rose, and chocolate, cinnamon chocolate somewhere. A lot of cinnamon rose and cinnamon chocolate. Or I could go into poppy. So I could go into the browns. That would look really nice. Or I can go into poppy, which is just a beautiful clear brown. Or I could go into watermelon. But I think watermelon is the blue red. And I just don't feel it goes as well as that poppy one. The poppy red goes really beautifully on there. So, where do I do? Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? What do I do? I think because it's the marron grass, maybe I'm being a bit literal here, but I think we go into the slightly browner. Hi, Linda. Happy Christmas. God, you wanted the cooking. Not yet, Linda. Not yet. I tell you what, I'll make you a promise. By the first, a week. Give me a week. By the 1st of January, I will have the mink dye. I promise, because I know I want it for doing this. Right, so I'm going to go in with cinnamon rose, which is going to look lovely. So on this tray, I'm going to have browns, chocolatey browns. So I'm going to start with cinnamon rose and then add in chocolate rose. And I might go in with poppy as well. That's the good thing. I never feel that I have to be consistent about anything. Right, so we're going to put, and I think really, I just feel this will look good with the marron grass. I'm going to add a little bit of white, not too much. Yoo-hoo! Hi, Debbie. Nice to have you back, my lovely. Nice to have you back. Keep nagging me. Keep nagging me. Yeah, nagging me's good. So you can see none of my paint colours will turn into the other colours when you just add white, because I don't think that would be fair. So although that colour is tonally very similar to coral sand, tonally means the saturation of the colour. So if you slit your eyes, these are both very mid-tone. They are quite different colours. So I'm happy with that. And I'm going to stick some marron grass. Now I've got the smaller marron grass here, but I just think this pattern is going to give a nice breakup in between these lines of shells. And I have got a hugely long piece here, so I can afford to put in some quite big patterns. I think this is the first time I've used this one. Oh no, it's not. Oh, lovely. See, I think that looks really nice. I really do like that. I think that looks lovely there. Oh God, I can't find this. I need about 20-foot tables. So, and I'm going to print this. I'm using the smaller one here, and I'm going to print it slightly overlapped so that I make a line of them. I should put an arrow on the back to show me which way this goes, but I'd be lying if I said I did things like that, because I definitely don't. But I think that is going to look really nice there. And I may come into those shells with a bit more weed in the background. You know, I can enjoy tweaking around with this and getting it just how I want it. I think that looks really pretty. It's just a nice break. It's a bit like gardening, isn't it? You know, when you're designing a border. Oh, hi, Kit. I have discovered a hidden joy. Oh, headphones. Brilliant. So you've got the TV on and me. Gosh, Kit, you brave woman. That's a lot of noise. So one down here a bit. Yeah, if you're planting up a border and you'd like to put in some slightly different, some spiky plants and some round fat plants, and it always makes, that's a beautiful line break in there. I think it works really well. Whoa, yummy. Enjoy yourself, Anne. God, blimey. Yeah, crumbo dinner. Actually, we always used to have it in the middle of the day. When we were a family. I suppose that's quite traditional. Steve and I have always have ours later, because basically we won't do much after that. That's lovely. I think that works really nicely. Look, I think that's a lovely set of patterns there. So next. And really my aim here is to try out lots of different blocks whilst making a nice piece as well. So I need a second blue. So let's get another tray for another load of blues, and well, actually I could probably put it on the same tray as the no, let's just do it this way, right? And I think it's going to be periwinkle because I love it. To be honest with you, forget me not is the more obvious pull down from Robin Eggs. It's closer in colour. Oh, tricky, hey? Right, go on, I'll go with forget-me-not. We'll give it a forget-me-not. Looks lovely, doesn't it? I really like that. I really like that. I think all creative things connect. That's the truth. They just do. So creating in your garden is just another form of creating, isn't it? People say, oh, I'm not artistic. Well, if you've ever planted up a garden border, you're artistic. You definitely are. Right, where's my rollers? There we go. So what we're going to have next in here, I think I'm going to go in with, oh, and those are really big badgers. Let's go in, saw a slightly bigger shell, but not, oh, well, there's this spiral. Let's try this. Oh, I'm dying to try that. Well, and that. Dying to try that. But let's get a different shape. Let's get a spiral. Let's get a spiral one in. And again, I've got an inside and outside for this. And actually, that's the negative. That's the negative. That's the positive. So let's get my piece of paper and just try it out again, because this is new. I haven't printed this before. So I just want to see, wow, what it looks like. The answer is, it looks, oh, you just have to nestle that up, don't you? That looks fantastic. Oh, I could have some fun printing with that to make patterns. So that's really nice. That's the positive. Let's have a look what the negative looks like. Also gorgeous. So those will look lovely together, and they are a classic one that looks really beautiful just as two separate elements as well. Well, okay, so let's get some of these spirals down. They're going to look fab next. Right, so let's move my paint tray out there. It's the brownie one. And let's do some blue, and we'll do let's do these negatives. Thank you, Linda. I love a good wow. What she said. Love it. Of course you know what colour robin eggs are. I don't know that they are. I presume they are blue. The actual nearest colour egg to the colour of blue is actually something like, you know, a Spanish blackbird's egg, but just doesn't have such a ring as a title, does it? That's really pretty. And again, it's a different element. And when you're doing these, it's tempting, and it's going to be tempting for me to wallop all of these on one piece, but I'll actually try and pull some continuity into it so that they work together by pulling my colours, repeating my colours. So again, I'm just spinning my little shell, nice little spiral one each time so that I get a nice line across. Flippin' gorgeous. And I know all of these are going to make lovely all over patterns as well. I mean, I'm doing them in lines here when I'm trying them out. But they're going to, you know, like using them like this, those two are going to make stunning all over patterns for printing up materials. And I might have a year of the beach actually next year. Might make 2021 the year of the beach. I mean, that sounds nice, doesn't it? That just reminds me of Al Stewart, Year of the Cat. Year of the Cat. God, I haven't heard that for a long, long time. Great song. Right, now we can either put negatives in them, which would be quite nice because it mimics that. So let's bring back robin eggs, and let's put robin eggs negatives in those, and we'll stick with the light robin eggs so that we get a good contrast. I think that will look really nice. So let's get some white on here. There is a lot of choice, I know. That's the trouble, is because I just keep thinking of new ones. But they all work beautiful. Oh, dinner prepared. Yum. Oh, very nice. Oh, I wish I was. Well, the trouble is, if I was streaming with a glass of something, it could all get a bit. It could all just go. It could all. I think, you know, I have to maintain some level of professionalism. Yes, I do. I'm loving that. I know I'm going to love this. I know I'm going to love it. Right, so in we go. Whoa, this is going to be fun. Trying to match this. I reckon about there. Oh, not bad. That is not bad. That is not a bad hit. I need more paint on the block. Oh, really, you have to match that and that bit. Not bad, not bad. I need more paint. I need more paint on this block. I can tell straight away because I'm not getting a dense print. Now that doesn't actually matter, to be honest, because when the dye goes over, it will go into all these. If I hold this up, you'll be able to see what I mean. The dye will go into, you see how it's not, oh, of course, we're the other way around, aren't we? Let me get it really close for you. Whoa, there we go. You see all these little speckles here? Where the paint, I just didn't quite have enough paint, but actually when I over dye this, the dye will go into all these little gaps and actually look really beautiful. So it doesn't really matter. You can just, don't worry too much about it, but I'll put a bit more paint out onto my robin eggs tray. I'll try and put a bit more on. Okay, and again. That's better. There's a bit more on there, although I like it the other way as well. Now, some blocks as well, some print nicest if you put the positive first then the negative, and some the other way around. Whoa, a massive miss. Fabulous. But let me show you that. That massive miss there is going to be beautiful when a massive miss with a couple of splats. It's going to be beautiful when over dyed because the dye's going to go into all those gaps and it's going to look delish. It's going to look quite gorgeous. I love doing this. I love doing this. I'm not being heroic. I'm just doing something I totally love doing, and that makes me feel cheerful. I mean, it's great the sun was shining because it was so grey yesterday. It was horrible, but the sun makes such a difference. And I'm doing something I love, and it just makes me feel the world's not too bad, really. Despite COVID and everything else going on, it's not too bad. So, oh, hang on. My eyes keep going in and out of focus. You're quite a distance away now. Yes, yes, indeed. Stephen's been talking to quite a few husbands over the last thing. But yes, Jeff was exceptional, wasn't he? He was very clever. He was a very clever man. Yeah, so I have reordered loads of blocks so that for all those with vouchers and things, you know, you can get tucked in. That's lovely. Now I may add more to this. What I like to do with these is I like to print it down, and then I come back with the ones that I said I think of as fillers, and think, oh well, you know, would I like to put a little bit of something in here? I don't know that I will because I haven't left many gaps, but I'm liking that. Now next, I think another shell. I think we could take another shell. Oh, crikey, I don't know where to put anything. Which one? What sort of, do I put this big badge? I think I do because I'm dying to play with it. So let's have a go with this. Let's just play with this one, and maybe we do this in, I think, let's do this to get the coral sand out. Anybody seen what I've done? Ah, there we are. A big bottle of coral sand. It's a good view on here, isn't it? I think you get a bit, well, you do definitely get a bit more at the table. And if I, actually, I could probably turn on my phone and then I'd be able to see your comments better, but I'm just scared of spooking it and knocking things off. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's very kind. It's very kind. Right, so we're going to try this big badge. Now that is a huge, where's the other bit of that? That's a huge negative, isn't it? Where's the positive? Has anybody seen the positive? Ah, there. So, oh, well, no, hard to push to say which is the negative. That's bigger, but it is the negative spaces. So let's have a look what the positive looks like. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I've been looking at this since it arrived thinking, oh, I want to know how that prints. Oh, God, that's interesting. See, again, I'm playing at tessellating it and how it will, see, look how nicely that is going to work up as a pattern. Now let's try this part of it. So this, actually, I think this is the positive. This is like my drawing was, because this is the shading on my drawing. You can see that there. And this is the negative that fits in. So I'm going to go, I love that. I'm going to start with that one. And I'm going to lighten up my coral sand again to print with, I think. Not too much, but a little bit. Just slightly lighter so that I can, if I want to put the negative in, I can. Right, here we go. Oh! Well, first print is a broken up one on my t-shirt. Luckily, you won't have noticed, but I didn't dress up for the stream, so we don't need to worry about that. Right, and I might leave a bit of a gap in case I want to put some weeds in the middle. I love that. I'll tell you how that would look beautifully graphic is in what's the word I'm looking for? Black. Greys and blacks. That's a beautiful print. So it's just gorgeous, even though I say it myself. And it would have been nice, actually. I only just thought of it. I could have done these slightly angled. Maybe we'll do the next line like that to break it up. Oh, yes. And again, I'm not getting one or two of these. I haven't got really quite enough paint on But that's fine because the die is going to go through. And actually, it's not so much quite enough paint. It's more I need something soft to print on. I love that. That's beautiful. That is really nice. Yep, like that very much indeed. That's a beautiful pattern. She says modestly. No point being modest, is there? Get stuck in and just admire your own stuff, Hilary. Why not? So, all right, Milo. Oh, that's so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. How can that not lift your spirit? You know, when you can't go to the beach to be printing your treasures, it's a joy, isn't it? Because quite a few, not all of these, but that was drawn from a thing that Jill Allison and I collected from the beach. That was drawn from a shell that I found on Swansea. Oh, lovely. Okay, Sarah, enjoy your lunch. That's a nice thing, isn't it? Just sort of these things can transport you to places and take you into a completely different feeling. I love that. I don't know whether with that one to put the dark. I'm going to leave that for a minute. I can't decide whether to. We've got to try a double, haven't we? Put doubles of all the others. So do we put a double? And if we put a double, what colour? What colour? I think a double in one colour though. Let's go. I'll tell you what we'll do it in is chocolate. So let's get the cinnamon rose tray. Let's move the coral sand tray to there. And let's get cinnamon rose. We'll just move that for a minute. And I'm going to add chocolate rose onto here, which is, you may guess, a more chocolatey one. Oh, flipping heck. Shape them first, girls. That's just acrylic medium that's always separates out. As long as you shake them, you don't get that. But if you're like me there and you don't shake them properly, you'll get it. Right. Okay. Whoops. Let's see how this looks. Let's see if I can add anything like mesh. I actually like them just slightly missing, which is just as well, because they nearly always are. Oh, fabulous. I'll do one your way up. I don't need to turn it upside down. I'll just print the next one. I missed completely there. You see, I feel as though I've hit. No, I haven't. But that looks... Again, that double print is really, really pretty, isn't it? It really has some depth in it. I like that very much. I think it's possible I'm only going to get one done today because I'm just enjoying my blocks so much. I'm just tootling down them happily here. But that's fine. That's fine. So an uprighty one. Wow, I know that's a huge miss. Well, actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Thought I'd missed a lot worse than that. There. That looks as though it's going to be bang on. Oh, it nearly is. Yeah, I'm not going to get much closer than that. That is almost the perfect match. Almost the perfect match. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I'm in love. I'm going to have to get my other seaweeds out because I want them because they're big. And they would make some nice lines on here. Oh, I've seen one I could use. Oh, that's lovely. Love, 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 love. Lovety, lovety, love. That must be that way up. No, that way up. Poor Sylvia, that's Stephen's mum. He's chatting to her. She's on her own today. She was going to have been having, Steve's brother was going up to visit today for a few days, and then she was coming to us for a few days, and of course we're all locked up, so she can't. I'm glad he's phoned up. bummer, isn't it? It's a bum. What is it about Christmas? It's just that day, isn't it? I mean, Christmas Day is a special day if you for those of us with faith. It has a special meaning, but other than that, you know, it is just a day, but it's just the worst time, isn't it? Just feels shit. I think it's because we all think everybody else is having a good time all the time, don't we? Isn't it just, Kit? I'm really flipping chuffed with those. That's beautiful. This is going to be lovely. Right. Okay. So I think now I don't want this just to be coral sand blue, coral sand blue, coral sand blue. So I'm going to do another line of the coral sandies here. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Again, I feel I might want to put some in there. I feel like a different shape or line would be good. That beach feather's beautiful, but so big. What about, see, that's very linear too. I know. Where is it? Oh God, I love that one too, but that can go in between. Let's do a line of, where is it? I want the other size of that little badger. It's the boy, oh, there he is. See, I've got two different sizes of this. So let's put this. And Ashish has defeated me here because he's done these both the same, directed the same way. I'm sure they won't have been on my diagrams, or on my drawings. But the trouble is, once they've come from, I'm about to say Africa, and that's not what I mean at all. Once they've come from India, you kind of go with what you get. Now, so let's go. Let's lighten this, shall we? Let's lighten this. Bit of white. See, that's nice. And again, that's lightened chocolate rose, and it is not the same colour as cinnamon rose. I say this just because I think you should know. Right, I'm going to go in with, well, let's start with a little badger, and what I would like is 2 10s actually. Now somewhere there should be, that's the coral sand tray. Right, okay, I'm going to put cinnamon rose as well. And what I'd like to do is start with this paled chocolate rose in the little boyos, like that. Very cute. And then I'd like to do, was that your mum, Stephen? Nope, he's deaf. I'm hoping for more coffee here. Was that your mum, Stephen?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was she? Oh, just like, oh, good.
Couldn't wait until Christmas Day, she said.
Oh, did she open them before Christmas Day? Good. Good. That's what I like to hear.
Been out with a scarf and gloves on today.
Has she already worn them?
Already.
Oh, fabulous. Any chance of a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
So I just think it'd be quite nice to do. Whoa! That's not quite what I was.
I just 10 to 2.
Pardon? Yeah. Sorry, Queenie's not until 3.
All right. Where'd you put them?
For coffee.
Don't want to get them over.
No, coffee one's under here.
There you go.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to overlap these a bit. That will look nicer, won't it? So let's do that. And yeah, that's not very good there. We'll sort that one out. Oh yeah, much nicer overlapped. And they're again giving this kind of slightly angled look to things. It's really pretty, isn't it? They're all pretty. This one, I think, was something I saw on an old botanical poster. This little weed. This little weed. And just thought, oh, that's so cute. It's little cupcake tops. Now, I'm not doing a very good job of keeping this even, and so I'll be able to show you what I do when I make a real cock up of keeping things even, how to sort that out. Right, they're morphing into the same colour here. How are they doing that? Ah, no, that's better. That's better. Yeah, I like them just printed over each other a bit, so what I'll do is I'll add an extra badger in here. where I would have liked it to be, which would be there, and we'll just ignore that other one. And I regularly do that. Quite happy with that. This is the concept of only God is perfect, isn't it, really? So we'll just print over that. That's it. Yes, that looks nice. Yep, I think I've just been printing weeds on my arm. That's okay. I don't mind a bit of a weedy arm print. All right, okay, so let's get down there. That's lovely. I like that. So that's another nice line break on there. And then, okay, what next? What next? What next? It's got to be, I haven't even tried these big bunches yet, so let's get in with these. Right, so let's swap out. Get my piece of paper, because they're new, just try them and check them out on. These ones. One of these was a shell I picked up, and then I looked up this shell and found the others. Now, somewhere there's another bit of that. And I did find, I'm sure when I was sorting them out, I had them all, didn't I? That. Oh, come on. Where is it? Where is it? We haven't got a dog running around with a shell, have we? I seem to keep missing bits of shells. Boys. Hello, lads. I think that, yeah. I don't know what that is, but it's getting it. Ah, is that it? No, that's that. I'm sure at the beginning of this stream, I'm going to look back. I had all parts of that. I'm sure I did. It's not there. Really annoying because there's two different sizes and I want two different sizes. Who's messing with my blocks? I'm not doing it. All right, okay. I'll stop being a baby and I'll just get on and use the ones I've got. Big sulk, but okay. Right, we're trying to work out which is the positive and the negative. I think, where's the other one of that? We defo had it, didn't we? We did. We so did. I'm sure we did. Okay, man up. We'll use this one. Right. Wow. Fab. I love the lines down these. I've completely forgotten the names of these, but they have a fabulous name. These would look brilliant, just printed. I can see it around in circles. Can you imagine? We could make up a great big shell flower. So that's the positive. Let's, I'm going to put a bit of blue pearl on here. Can't resist because it's not the right blue for on here, but if I mix it in with the robin eggs, it can't be that far wrong, can it? And let's try the negative. I'm really annoyed I've lost that other bit. Which also looks nice on its own. And as a double print, you see how easily they print on paper. Oh, beautiful. That is a fabulous double print. And I'd love to show you the other one, but I can only show you one bit of it, which I think this is the positive. No, it is, and we'll use that. But there is, as you can imagine, a negative that goes with that as well. Bloody gorgeous. Wow. Boy, fabby down dozy. Maybe it'll just suddenly turn up on me. Right, so I think I'm going to change my angles a bit. So we've got some really nice linear ones. Let's get in with Robin Eggs. And I'm going to angle them this time. So I'm still going for midline, just so that they're relatively even across. Whoa. Yeah, gorgeous. Again, I need plenty of paint on this. And I'm going to keep them all the same way, this time. Hi, Anne. Lovely to have you back. Really, I should just stream all day, shouldn't I? And then could pop in and out, but I think Stephen might be a bit sulky if I did, really. I'm sure on some level he's missing me. Although he'll be playing happy, he's probably playing bridge. Oh, now I didn't get that on so much of an angle, did I? Okay, so let's try harder, better. I like this, dancing shells across here. That's gorgeous. Where's the other half of that block? Where is it? It's beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Really like that. I don't know whether to put, I think I will put the negative in because I think it did look rather nice, didn't it? So let's, that's a different shell. Gorgeous, but a different shell. Let's put the negative in of this one. Got nothing like enough paint on there, and I can tell I haven't. Ooh, crikey. Just about hit that, bang on. Shouldn't have changed paint colours part way down because we had the, should go back with the forget-me-not. Oh, rubbish bollocks. What am I talking about? I can have more than one shade of blue? What am I rabbiting on about? Just rabbiting. I can have as many shades of blue as I like. Who's the boss? I am. Right, okay. Oh, that's so pretty. See, I like it better where it misses with this one because it just leaves that bit of light in there, doesn't it? Which I think looks really nice. I'm keeping this one quite pale colours really because I don't know. I could overdye the whole lot in dark midnight blue or even black, and it would look very exciting. But I'm sort of keeping it light to keep my options open when I overdye. Brilliantly not straight line from me there, all over the place, but those prints are so pretty, so very, very pretty. Right, and I think I do feel like, because I've got, we'll put the other one, even though I haven't got the other half part of it, in this little fella. Let's do a line this way. Let's do a line like this, shall we? That's nice. It's just nice to keep varying it. Oh, can't fit that in there, can I? That was a bit of a Dumbo thing to do. You Wallybat. Okay, well, let's carry on this line and then we'll see what we can do on the next line. I think I may have had a slight C up there. Really nice like that. That would be nice too, except that I can't fit them in because I haven't left enough space. So if I do that, well, go on, let's do it. We will have a tessellating line. They will just tessellate a little bit. That, oh, that's quite nice actually. Yeah, that's nice. And these two lines, I'll definitely come back in and put some other things in here as well. And I'd like to get these shells on straight as well. I've got quite a bit of space. That's the joy of a 5-foot hanging. You have got plenty of space to go. I'm just looking at what I've got so far. It's looking really nice. I think we want something little in next, a smaller one. Just looking at my scales as we come down it, I want to keep it I think we could do with another scale. Now I think in here straight away actually I'm going to put in one of my little weeds in here to settle this in a bit, and I think, I don't know what to do. I might do it in blue as well. That's a nice weed, that's quite big. We might do that as a separate line. Where's my old onion favourite? I actually think these are quite bold. They could probably take, but it's where, isn't it? It's where, you see, a little light fella like this. Well, let's do this one first. Colour. I'll try it in blue. I'll try it still in blue. I might tint it up with that forget me not blue. See what we get. Mixing my blues up now. So that's a forget me not mixed with a periwinkle. And it makes a nice colour. Very nice. So I'm just sort of thinking of going into these gaps. I love doing this. I really think this works so nicely on these long panels. Just to, it kind of puts things into, oh, flipping heck, more spatters on my cloth. Puts things into a context. And also when I come to stitch this, or not, these become really nice patterning in the background, which I like very, very much. I think it looks really nice. You see how those just settle that line in? Well, I think they do. I think they definitely settle that line in. And then I'm going to go for the robin eggs down here. And what I can use here, got it really linear, haven't we? I think I'm going to go over it. Now when I stitch this, I'll do this the other way around. I'll bring these up, and at some point I might find the other half of this. Peel a potato! Ah, you're very welcome. Happy Christmas. Enjoy peeling your potatoes. They're all the joys of Christmas. You see, I haven't given myself that problem. The ready prepared potato. So lazy, so joyous. So happy. Right, okay, so I've lightened up a little here. And this is one of my very favourite blocks. It stays that way. And I'm just going to, oh, it's barely going to show actually. I'm going to put it on here. And I'm going to turn it different ways. And it will just add some patterning. And then when I do find the other part of this, I can go back on top. And that will bring that in. That looks really nice. I'm going to repeat this patterning. You'll barely be able to see it there. It's really, really light, but just on top of those, and I'm going to add it again up here. And that's lovely, that colour as well. I really like the colour, so I'm going to put it in above them too. Really light, gentle seaweed pattern, that one. Gets used an awful lot by me because it's just so, it's a useful badger. All this talk of food's making me peckish. Didn't have much this morning. That's fine. Happy Christmas, Morak. That's fine. You lucky girl, you've got presents. Whoa. Nice things, Morak. Nice things. Of course, yours is close to your birthday, isn't it, as well? So you get a double whammy. Extra long time of fun. Okay, so I'm really pleased with that. I'm probably going to go back with these, back up the top. But let's carry on down. I'm liking the colours on this. I'm liking the colours. They're very, very nice. Right, what next? What next? So we've had a very linear shell. We could go in with, oh, I've got another spiral. I've got so many. I said something a bit smaller, didn't I? I said, let's take the size down a bit. So I've got this baby one that we had at the top. Do we repeat it? I've got so many new ones. I've got this one. It's very annoying. This would be the obvious one, but I've only got half of it. Maybe I'll put it in, and when I find the other half, let's see what it looks like with just half. When I find the other half, I can overprint that. Bit like the other one. Right. Okay. All of those need freshening up. Some coral sand. You know, this little spiral here, I'm just going to do this because I think this will look lovely here. This is another spiral one, and it just caught my eye, and I thought, yep, that's going to look great. Now I haven't started in the middle, which was naughty, but so I'm just going to turn this each time and make, yeah, that looks fabulous. That looks just gorgeous, doesn't it? That looks just right there. A spiraling gorgeous element. Oh, how nice. Peeling parsnips. Fantastic. Very surreal. Oh, lovely. I'm glad you're able to go to Anne's. I'm glad you're able to go around to Anne's, Dorothy. That's lovely. That's very nice. I'm glad you two can see each other today. Right. Well, have a lovely time, Dot. Have a lovely time. No getting drunk, mind. Love that. I think that works really nicely on there. It just looks beautiful. Yeah, I like that a lot. These ones have got beautiful square negatives, and I'm not going to use them on this hanging because I'm doing this hanging looser, but actually it would be lovely to do. I've got quite a few blocks with square negatives, and it would be quite nice to do a panel with all of those in. That would also look really nice. So I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to go darker for the darker colour. I'm going to go with the old cinnamon rose, and got another spiral bigger. Let's badger that in there, shall we? Which colour? Oh, I think probably this one, which was the, well, we'll put, that's the lightened chocolate rose, which I didn't get a lot of. I'll just put a bit of cinnamon in with it. I don't want it too dark. That's nice. I just don't think I've got enough paint there to print this with, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Thank you, Irene. And happy Christmas to you over in Ireland. Yes, see you in the new year, Dot. See you in the new year. Full of trouble. Right, I just need a bit more paint there. That's going to look really pretty, but I definitely need a little bit more here. So we'll put out some cinnamon rose, and I'll put a bit of white with that. I don't want it to go too deep. I do want some deeper elements, but not right here. That's my feeling. That's my feeling. Right. Oh, being deserted by boys. Obviously got a better offer somewhere else. That's better. See, that's quite a nice different pattern in here, isn't it? It's a nice different pattern. I like that. I hope this is encouraging as well for other people that have to sit down and work. You know, I've stood and worked for years. I really wasn't sure how I would get on sitting down, but actually, it's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. You just adapt a little bit. Need to put more pressure on things. I can't whack it down quite as fast as I used to, but that's okay. That's lovely. Really like that line. I think that looks lovely, that combination there of those, the linear shells. This, oh, it's just looking gorgeous, isn't it? It's just looking flipping gorgeous. Look at that. How cheery is that? That hasn't cheered you up, you're beyond cheering. That's what I would say. You're beyond cheering. Right, now, so a line here of something different again, and I've just seen, and I haven't used them yet, so let's get them walloped in. So my patterns are getting bigger as we go down this, which I'm quite happy with that. Is these weeds. Oh, should I put those little weeds? I mean, those are huge weeds, aren't they? Just thinking, they're very swirly. That was little. What if we use? I love these weeds. These little baby weeds here. What if I stuck these to paper? What about these? What about something very linear here? I think something very linear. Let's do that. So let's do that in. I'll try and start in the middle again this time. And put more paint on my roller. Now I think I'm going to do a line of these. And then I'm going to print the little ones in between. That's my plan. So we'll have a line of those ones. It's a very cute weed. That's a very cute weed. And actually I might put these ones underneath because I think that would look nice too. Whoa! That nearly got very messy. We'll just get that off my paws before we go any further. It's the spiral, Christine, is the one I've been using. Oh, goodies. That sounds good. That sounds good. This is the spiral I use. These two, I use these quite a bit in the Christmas wrapping paper, these two. I haven't repeated any blocks on this yet. So far, I'm happily working my way through, trying out all my new blocks, which is a happy state of affairs for me. Right, so we've done a line of that. Now, the little badger. There. And we'll do that. Let's do a mixed line, shall we? Oh, that's so cute. So cute. So cute. Oh, God, that's so cute. I love pattern making. I'm not very good. See you in the new year, Cynthia. Enjoy your dinner. I love that. That's such a pretty line. That actually looks really nice upside down like yours. Shall I show you all this the right way up at the moment then? So far, so good. We're on to about the final 1.5 foot now. But that's looking really nice, isn't it? Yeah, just totally cheerworthy. Totally cheerworthy. Right, let's go on. I'm just looking down. Now, actually, it's quite a useful perspective to get on things. I probably should repeat some things, but it's hard to do when I've got lots of newbies, isn't it? Let's use that other spiral next. Or do we do a shell? We've got spiral, shell, spirals. Now I can either I've got another spiral, which we could try out. This one, and yeah, again, I can't see the, there we are, positive and negative of that one. Or, still got this shell and these shells, which are really big shells I'd like on here. I'm going to have to do 2 hangings, aren't I? It's so obvious I'm going to have to do more than 1 hanging to get all these on. And that shell. Difficult. Let's just try. I kind of think another spiral would look good to tie in there. So let's do this spiral. Let's just check it out again on here. So that's it. Ooh, not a lot of space left on here now, have we? You can't really see that there. Let's get a new piece of paper out. Don't worry about these bits of paper, they will all get printed up and used. I wouldn't dream of wasting anything as pretty as that. Right, so I don't know whether this is the negative or the positive. I'm going to have to print them both to find out, I think. Hard to tell. Just because I designed them, it doesn't mean I know. That's one part, and that's beautiful. And again, I can just see these are going to work so nicely as building up patterns. You know, and that's another way I could do the whole background, couldn't I, in something like this, and then print over the top, do this in a gentle colour that would sort of blend in. They're just going to look totally beautiful built up, those. And then this one. So this is the negative. Yes, that's the negative. See if I can get a bit more paint on it so we get a better print of it. So that's the positive with the spines, and then this is the negative, which fills that in. And they both work as separate patterns. You know, you don't have to do them together, but if you want to, you can. And let's have a bash. Oh, crikey Moses. Something. Oh, very nice. Something like that. Gorgeous. Gorgy, gorgy, gorgy. Right. Gorgy, gorgy, gorgy. Super. Oh, gosh, the sun's just over there. Just what's needed today. Sunshine. Right, so let's go in with colour. I think I'm going to start with Robin X. And the positive. Where's it gone? There. Of course, it's got that blue on. But I feel we could do with a bit more Robin X there. Well, I don't know actually. No, maybe that blue. Maybe that blue. I'm going to keep adding. It's making a nice mix. Is this Forget Me Not and Periwinkle mix? Is a lovely blue. It's a very nice blue in between the two of them. Right. Can tell I'm hitting into Christmas lunchtime now, but you'll come back and watch this at a later point. So, starting sort of in the middle. And I think I'm going to put these really close to one another. I think that will look really nice. I'd love all of these. Don't panic, I probably won't get this done, but I'd love all of these in different sizes as well. I'd like little versions of all of these too. That would be really nice to play with. So it's like that. And like that. And that. And that. And that and that. Oops, bit of a misprint there, but the nice thing is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. We'll just put one there too, so it runs off. I think that's lovely. I think I'm going to leave that. And do I do it? Where was the print? What did the negative look like on its own? I think it looked quite nice too, didn't it? From what I remember. It did. So I'm going to fire up the Quattro. Don't ask me why I just said that. I just did. I'm going to put some Robin X in here. See the pebbles. Where were the pebbles? I definitely meant to get out pebbles today. I'm going to have to do another stream anyway. Not today, but we'll do another stream another day because I haven't. There's still far too many here that I haven't been out to play with. So, right. So this is the negative, and I'm going to do that. Oh, in lines like this, which I think will look nice. And they defos do. So a similar thing, nudging them together. I'll try and just straighten that up a bit, shall we? Just try and get it so it's something like on the straight line. Oh, those look gorgeous. That's beautiful. Really nice. Really nice lines, those. I love them. So it's going to be one of those there. I'm just about going to get this done in time for those of us that are still here to get ourselves a cuppa or a drink and watch Queenie and see what she's got to say. Poor woman. Lovely. Happy with those. I think that's two really nice lines. Whoops. Don't even think about it. So now I think we do a line of these. Maybe we do it in... let's get Again, we're going to need a decent amount of paint. Let's move that one off to one side. Let's move this one in here. I think this will look nice. Oh, I'm getting towards the bottom now. I'm only going to get one more probably pattern down here. And I haven't put in the beach feathers, and I really haven't got everything in I want, but never mind. I never do mind that, because that just means brilliant. I need to do it again. Fab, fab, fab. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. You enjoy the rest of your day too. You enjoy the rest of your day too. Okay, how am I going to print these? I mean, they've got a lovely, there's two different sizes. They've got a lovely sort of tessellating shape. Beautiful. So let's do that one, and then let's get the paler colour. So I was rubbing basically coral sand with a little bit of paint in. I think I'm going to turn that and put that there. I mean, I'm just playing with these. Oh God, that's gorgeous to see how they work. And if I do one down there, then what? Then where do we go? Doesn't really matter. You can just make it up as you go along. There's no right or wrong. Ever. There's never any right or wrong. And then maybe I'll do one of those that way up. And then perhaps some of this one. Like that. And I think some, like that. Oh yeah, that's nice, isn't it? This is making nice patterns. This is making very nice patterns. Let's put that across. This is making a lovely band of sort of just moving weeds. Gorgeous. Really nice. Really nice. Yeah, like that. So I'll do that. Oh, I keep getting the wrong roller there. Let's turn that way up. Now where? I think like that. I should probably put that the other way up there, but I didn't. Don't forget, with blocks you don't have to print the whole thing. I'm going to put a bit in there. Oh, you're welcome, Maria. Yeah, too right. Too right. It's always good to have something to look forward to after Christmas, isn't it? So that it's not just, ooh, sadness that days past. And it's quite nice actually, because I for one will not be going to the Boxing Day sales tomorrow. Not that I ever actually do, but kind of, we're having to think of other things to do. Maybe that's quite good for us, really. The poor shops though, I do know they must be suffering. It must be quite painful, because it'll be one of their big money-making days, won't it? But that's really pretty. I really like this line. It's a bit harder to work out, only in as much as I'm having to do thinking. My phone keeps blipping. No, that's ages ago. Right, right, this way up. I love that. Such a pretty line. Such a pretty line. And one that way up there, I think. And in there, and I'm going to put a partial in there, and that's really nice. Okay, what do we put along here? I've probably got room for one big shell or a double line of smaller shell. I would really, oh crikey, there's a whole one I haven't got in there, but I've only got half. Have I got, oh no, I've got 2 parts of this one. I've got 2 parts of that. On the other hand, there's all of these, and I haven't used any of these yet. Maybe I don't know. Those are in hard blocks, so I could do them as, they're really beautiful shells though. I would like them on here, but they're so big. Maybe I'll come back to those. Maybe we'll use these ones. Okay, so let's just try these ones out. I'll print them in this. So. I don't know which is, I think this is the positive. Oh, that's lovely, Heidi. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely day. Yes, and a Merry Christmas to you and all of yours too. That's very nice, isn't it? So that's, I'm pretty sure that's the positive. I think. Let's do it darker. It's got a bit more paint on so that we can see it better. That's better. And then I think this is the negative, but with the shell like this. Yes, it is. Look, there's positives and negatives. You can see that. So let's try. And see, that's lovely, that negative. It definitely, loads of the blocks. Oh, I'm going to do pattern making as well. We need to start doing YouTube videos. See, look at that. That is spectacularly beautiful double print. Right, that's exactly what we're going to do along here. We're going to do it and in those colours. So let's get coral sand with a little bit of white in. For there. Right, so we're going to do, now then, which way around did they go, girls? Was this, yes, this was the positive. So I'm going to do that down here, leave a bit of gap, and then there's just a space on the bottom to put another pattern. And then I will just go in and do a bit of filling in. Love that. I always do it like this, but I can't help it. It just gives a variety of the patterns, which I like. It's pretty good, oops, for streaming as well, because it means you get to see it the right way up. This is a sort of classic snail shell, isn't it? Whoops, that's blocks falling in my coffee. That's really nice, isn't it? And then I'm going to add that really nice negative onto there. Where's it gone? There. Love this one. I love this. This, I think, is just going to be so pretty as a pattern. You know, that as an all, it's not very good if it's sat the screen, but this as an all-over pattern, I think it's going to look really, really beautiful. Love it, Sue. Love it. An intercourse watch, so to speak. God, we used to love saying that when we all smoked. You know, an intercourse cigarette. Oh, good jokes, good jokes. Right, a bit more paint needed there to give that a good kick. We want a good kick. Oh, yes, we do. I have got the right roller. Okay. Okay, and I actually like it to miss a bit more than that. That's better. I love it. See, that one in the middle has actually hit. I've actually got it right, but love it there, where it's just missing. I think that's beautiful. Oh, and I've hit again. Oh, crikey, I've obviously made this. That's better, and a miss. I'm hitting every time I go the right way up. It must be easy to match up. Let's mismatch it. That's better. I prefer it definitely with just that slight miss, because it puts that that white bit in, which actually will get colour when we go in colouring. Oh yes, we had the chat on the weekly streams, didn't we, about the Christmas cigarettes, the Sobrani cocktail and the Black Russian for the boys, King Eddie's. Stephen used to love a King Eddie, as did my father. He was a King Eddie man at Christmas. That's just gorgeous. Now, which block do we give the privilege of doing the bottom? Eh? I'm looking around for if there's anything that's kind of speaking to me and saying me, me, me. It's so obviously me. I'd like to put that marron grass in again because that's a very strong image and we've only got it in the once. Would it be nice at the bottom? It's going to go off the bottom. That's the trouble. It's too tall. Have I got anything that will fit? I haven't planned this very well down here, have I? There's a surprise. Me not planning. Have I got any? A little shell wood. A little shell wood. I'm just not sure. That's what I want there. I think my feathers would. I think my washed feather would. If we take this nice and gently here, start with the big one in the middle. Whoops! So this was designed from an actual feather. Photographed on the beach, washed by the water. Beautiful. Right, so I'm going to do two colours. So I've got that deeper blue, which needs more in, so we'll mix some more of it. And I think there might be enough of this one, but we'll see. Okay, they face different ways, so I don't need to, if I turn them, they'll face them. Oh, I don't know, I feel as though I'd like to, what would I like to do? I don't know. Let's try that, shall we? Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Okay, so we've got more blue on here. So I'm just going to keep that pattern going across here. That's a nice bottom actually. Ending with my guardian angel feathers, and oh, do we need guardian angels? We do. We definitely do. That's meant to be going that way, isn't it? Does it matter? Not really. I can. Oops. Oh, I'm doing well at printing myself. I'm really printing myself up a storm today. As our Dylan would say, printing up a storm. That's a nice finish. I'd like to do a whole hanging of feathers, but I need to design a couple more feather blocks first, so we've got some more variations. I just love feathers. I love the whole idea of guardian angels. Even if you don't believe in God, and I don't mind what people believe in really, just the idea that there are guardians for you there. It may be people. Your guardian angels may be people for you, your family, or perhaps your friends that you feel are your guardian angels. To sort of feel there are things there that look out for you. I think it's very nice. That's printing beautifully now. I love that. That's a really pretty bottom, I think, for it. Now, I just want to go in quickly over the next 10 minutes and just add a few more elements in some of these places. Now, here is a classic where I think I would like something, and do you know what I think I'm going to do? You know, I said I thought that negative was just gorgeous on its own. Where is it? Where's it gone? Where's the negative gone? Where is it? Where's the negative? Where's the negative? No, that's not you. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Oh, for heaven's sake, Hilary! I only had it a nanosecond ago. It's not that. It's not any of those. It's a tallish one, isn't it? Is it under my paint tray? No, because that's on the paints. It's not the one. One did fall on the floor. Does it have to be it? I mean, does it have to be it? Ah, hang on. Maybe it is. That's it. Right. It's very brown at the moment and I want it pale blue, but If we give it a quick dob, that'll work. That'll sort that out. Oh, hang on, that's the cold tea. Let's have the warm coffee, shall we? Okay, so I like to go back over what I've done and just look at adding a few elements to balance it. And I said I think this will make a really nice pattern, and it does. It's not proper robin eggs because I didn't clean that block very well, but it's near enough. It's annoyingly not, actually. That's me. Should have cleaned the block better, but I didn't. So there we go. Let's keep going. It'll get more robin eggs as we go along. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern on that. That just works so well as a filler pattern. It's lovely. Look at that. It's just beautiful. That's just a really beautiful pattern, I think. I think it's all really beautiful. Here I'd like something else. Now I don't know whether to go in with more feathers, actually. Whether to put, no, it won't work. It needs something. The feathers won't work for the very simple reason that it's all over the place. So I think one of the little weeds would be good. Actually, that's quite a nice weed. I could use my fave weed, which gets used a lot. I could use that pattern again. I think this little fella would look nice. Colour-wise, oh no, I'm going to use my fave weed. Just change my mind again. Because I think in dark, I would like the dark blue, but I want only very small amounts of it, which this one gives. So let's use this one. Then I'll use that other weed in another spot. You see, it just gives such a light little print in there. Oh, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? So I challenge you to get yourself one of these set up. If you don't have blocks, make yourself some stamps or use stencils. And you've got it then for stitching up, and we can stitch away at this over the next couple of months while we wait for spring to arrive, bringing with it, as it always does, even in COVID, beauty, light, brightness, new growth, new hope, new life. And I'm going to, even though it's a bit odd at the bottom here, I'm going to use the same one just across the bottom, but in the light, just to finish that bottom off like that. That's really nice. I'm happy with this area here. I'm sort of half tempted even here. Or do I leave them? We'll leave those because there is going to be dye going over. So into these, I'd like something around these. You can see these, I've got nice lines, but I like that patterning in between. You might not. You might just think, no, she's overcooking the pudding as always, and in which case you are more than welcome to leave yours a little more gentle, but it's just not a gentle girl. Right, here we go. This is another of the little weeds, and it's a great one for just popping in spaces. And what I'll do when I stitch this, or if I decide to just bring it up with pencil, is I'll bring back up the images that are the 4 images, but these just give me pattern in the background, and I can choose to stitch that pattern in the background or just leave it as pattern in the background. I think that looks so pretty. I think it just looks flipping lovely. That looks just gorgeous, doesn't it? It just blends in that little spot there. And again here, what will we put in there? We've got the spirals, haven't we? That again. What about this? Because it's just above, isn't it? We could put this little fella in. Maybe in, let's put it in robin eggs. Not in robin eggs, I don't mean robin eggs. I'm not looking at robin eggs and I'm not thinking robin eggs, but that's what I'm saying. What I'm looking at and thinking is actually paled off coral sand. And I think this will look very pretty run through here. Poor Stephen. He'll be okay. He's a good egg. He's a good egg. He'll be fine. I'll go give him lots of attention. Oh, that looks like that does look like a weed growing through there, doesn't it? Milo, there won't be anything arriving. Yeah, but somebody's walking their dog. Exactly. I think that's probably more to the point, isn't it? So that gives a completely different look as a filler. A long, thin one. I like that. Okay, so what do we put in these? Ooh. I think along the bottom of this, I am going to put in coral sand this, change the colour again. Oh, the boys are excited about something. I'm going to put this lovely negative shell pattern again along the bottom of these weeds, because I think that just looks spectacularly nice. Oh, yummo! Very nice. Oh, I love Yorkshire puddings. I love a Yorkshire pudding. Can't beat a Yorkshire pudding, really. It's just one of those happy things in life, isn't it? There's nothing not to like about a Yorkshire pudding. I'm so looking forward to stitching this. I felt that with every single one. I just, as I've made them, I thought, oh, this is just too exciting. Now, up here, what do we do in this bit? What do we do in this bit? It could do with some, other weeds have I got? I've used that one. Oh, that's gorgeous, but not for her. I tell you what might be nice though is, where is it? It's the positive of that one. It's a real little weed, but it's very nice for gaps. Which would be why I can't see it. I bet it's on the floor. I bet that was the one that fell on the floor, because I really would be able to see it, and I know it was there. I know they can't all be on the floor. Well, they could actually. It is. It's the one on the floor. Right. This is a very cute little pattern, which I think could run in between these. So let's change my paint, and I think I'm going to do it in robin eggs, or no, I think robin eggs. Oh yes, the blue nose. I felt myself do that. I just felt the big splat. Let's just have that. Bit of Christmas makeup. Bit of Christmas makeup always looks good. Very nice. Very nice. It all sounds good, Jill. That sounds like a nice day. So this one's another little weed. That's so pretty because it's little dots. This is going to be another one that I reckon is going to end up in the if you haven't got it, you're completely bonkers collection. That would be a good title. No, I could call it that. If you haven't got these, you're completely bonkers collection of block, because it's such a nice gentle pattern which can stand on its own, but is brilliant for working with other things. I mean, this will be fantastic. You can see it for putting fish through, won't it? Well, all the weeds will. All the weeds will. You see, in the fish, when you have fish hanging, there's another thing that needs doing. That's just delicious. Absolutely yumbo. And now underneath, I think I might do that again. Do I want a double layer of it? No, I don't actually. So I need something else at the top there, and I need something. And I think under here, I might put, where's that feather? Ula feather. Yes, I am bilingual. You know, you heard it here first. I think I might put a little feather along here, just above those. I like that. Oh, I've put ears on them. And I've printed over one. Oh, Hilary, you plank. Never mind. Isn't it a great expression, that? You plank. It's so, well, it's ridiculous, really, isn't it? Okay, we are nearly there. I'm not sure that was very successful, but it doesn't matter. It still looks nice, doesn't it? Okay. I need one for up here, and you can see at the top I need a few bits and bobs as well. Right, come on, Hilary, you're going against time now. Let's just get something cracked in. So I think there I am going to use my little favourite yet again, just because it's such a light blender and I don't know what to do. It's an easy take. It is if I can see it. Where is it? Where is it? would be so much faster if I didn't spend it losing things. There's that little badger. That's a badger. That's a nice one. You're nice. You're lovely. There's the badger. Right, colour-wise, up here, I think we could put in actually just a bit of this, this slightly deeper blue, stronger blue, there. That looks pretty, doesn't it? That looks nice in there. Ooh, right. That's nice. So hopefully you can see on this bottom end where I'm putting in the extra bits, it's kind of making it more of an all patterned one. So let's just do the same up here. Add a few bits in. Don't have to get overly fussy about this. I can go in with the same things. It's really as much about colour as anything else. I love that deeper blue. So I'm going to put some of that in under here, and I'm going to use that this negative again, because I really do like this as a space filler. I think that looks really interesting. And I do realise I'm printing over my shells a bit, but that's okay with me because I'm going to stitch into those and bring them up. So I don't have to worry about those disappearing. And then in this one, something else just came into my head that I really liked. So I've done that one, and it was. Well, oh yeah, I know. Where's my little dotty ones that I just said, the gorgeous, but one line only I wanted. Where did I put them? Ah, there, right. I think they'd be good up there. Not necessarily in here. I think in here we'll go for, oh, look, what about that? That could go in there, couldn't it? It wants to be a bit gentle, so let's do it in this. But this is one of the weeds we've used down at the bottom. And actually, I think that works really nicely into that gap. So say, you may feel, Dorothy's gone, but she will almost certainly feel the, overcooked the pudding, Hilary, but I do like plenty of pattern and stuff in mine. I just think that looks really nice. Gives me lots to play with when I'm stitching as well. And then I think the little dotty one, while I've got it in my hand, I think up here and maybe in the little slightly darker blue could look good. This will be nice and gentle, and I think that will work fine with these. Let's just, where do I want to position it? Sort of just across those lines a bit, I think. That's that. I'm not inking this up very well, am I? I'm just... Whoa! Oh, and big smears on my hands again. Dangerous, dangerous. Let's just clean my paws off. That was very dirty. Okay, I like that. So I think really it's here and just something at the top now. And I may put the feathers at the top again, top and bottom. And I think in there, this little fella is the badger. And colour-wise, I think I'm going to go for coral sand. I think. Not got loads left on here, so let's just take a second to top it up. That's nice. I mean, this is almost one in between two things that were already in between, so if that makes any sense whatsoever, probably doesn't. But I think it just finishes that off beautifully. And I may do the same, but in pale blue at the top, and then I'm going to print some feathers over it. And then I think I'm there, so I'm going to just finish off the top. It won't get the whole of the top on this piece, but we'll give ourselves something up here to work with. I'm not sure there's really room for feathers up there, is there? Whoops. but I'll give it a go. They might end up taken off. It'll have to be the smaller one. The smaller one and in coral sand, I think so. Oh, frankly, I should have cleaned that block. I really should have cleaned that block. Okay. That's better. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my pen. Don't worry about making a mess, you know, it doesn't matter. I want to put it the other way up and do sort of a cross like this. Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas day. I know everybody will be signing off for the Queenie now, and I should be myself, but I just have to put my feathers along the top just because I'm like that, and well, just because I'm like that. Yes, happy Christmas to everybody. Happy Christmas to you, Andy. Hope you're having a nice day. Hope your poor Stevens is recovering from his injuries. And no doubt enjoying being pampered too by his lovely wife. Right, that looks really nice. Quick whistle across here. And I would say we're done. Yeah, that's right. Of course, I've done two the wrong way there, but only God is perfect. So let me just move my paints. I can try and turn this round and show you the whole lot. That's a pretty useful 2 hours worth, isn't it? I think so. I'm pretty happy with that. Rather a gorgeous piece of stuff, isn't it? Not much not to like there. So I don't think I can get it all in the camera. There's the bottom. And it runs down, and there's the top, and I've just seen a place whereas I'm looking at in the thing, I know there is pattern in there, it's very light, so I'm really happy with that. So it doesn't even need overdying. I could stitch that as it is, it's so beautiful, but I shall overdye it, and I shall tell you about that. I may well stream that. In the meantime, I'm going to go and find some Prosecco, I think, watch Queenie, and enjoy the rest of the day. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Of course, turkeys always do take forever to cook. Never mind. Oh, you're welcome. Exactly. Well, you can make some, get some, whatever. I know lots of people have got crimbo money and that sort of thing, so they're just a nice thing to do. It's totally pleasurable in itself. It's a great way of trying out new stamps and things that you've got. This is going to be an absolute joy to stitch, isn't it? You know, why wouldn't you want to? So happy Christmas to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Whatever you're doing, whether you're on your own or with other people, stay safe, enjoy yourself, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye now. Bye.